want to bring in emergency physician and ABC News medical contributor Dr. Darian Sutton for more on this. Dr. Sutton, how does this Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine compare to the Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J vaccines?
Well, first off, it's good news, Diane, that we're hearing that this vaccine is proving to have efficacy results that are above that minimum of 50%. So far, as was just stated, we have efficacy results in preventing symptomatic disease, about 80%, and 100% efficacy in preventing hospitalization and death. And so comparably, it seems to be quite hopeful, to be honest with you. But of course, whenever we're studying vaccines during an ongoing pandemic in the setting of variants, it's difficult to quickly compare one versus the other. But I do think that this will be a helpful tool in fighting COVID-19 as a whole.
And we heard Ruud trying to ease any concerns about side effects with this vaccine. What are your thoughts on that? Should we be concerned?
I think that the steps that were made in terms of pausing the rollout to assess and make sure that this association that we saw with these possible clotting disorders does not have any cause related to the vaccine itself, I think that that is completely appropriate. Now, I do agree with something that he said, which is that as we studied initially 30,000, of course, luckily we did not see any adverse effects. But as we roll this vaccine out more to millions of people, we are bound to see some subtle correlations. And I will say that whenever we see these signs of adverse effects or possibilities of that, we have to take a step back and ask the question, what is the background rate? And that's really the most important question. Now, relative to these clotting disorders that we saw, the background rate that occurs in the general population without the presence of COVID-19 or vaccines was relatively higher than what was seen in this association. So now that makes the question, is this just something that we've seen normally in the population and now we're just being more vigilant, or is this a cause? And those questions have yet to be fully answered within science, but I am confident in the process with the FDA that more data will come to light and we'll have a helpful understanding of exactly what's going on.
So if it's approved, how much of an impact do you think this vaccine could have on vaccinations here in the U.S.?
Tremendous. I think right now we are currently exceeding 2 million per day, and that brings us to the trajectory of having that hopeful 70% vaccine-induced herd immunity approached by this summer, around June. If we were to add something into that play, we could bring that number closer to us and maybe see results early June and possibly May. And so also to know that this vaccine requires 2 doses, but it can be stored more easily and it can be distributed more easily. And so that allows for more availability of the vaccine and hopefully more accessibility. And so I think it would be quite helpful.
All right, Dr. Darian Sutton, always great to have you. Thanks, Dr. Sutton.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.